Respect your man. Whew, this is a hot topic. This is a big, big topic. Where do I start? Keep listening to learn more about respecting your man. Hi, this is Michelle, and welcome back to Call Me Crazy. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2025. Hey, I've been struggling with this YouTube thing for like a couple months now, well, several months now. And the last video that I uploaded, which was 10 reasons why professional women over the age of 30 can't find love or having trouble finding love, I'm just so overwhelmed by the response and how people were loving the video and sharing the video and commenting. And thank you to all the people who subscribed. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful, and I'm very humbled. And I have a goal to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I know it's not much, but hopefully I can make it to 100 by the end of 2025. So thank you guys so much. I'm just overwhelmed, but in a good way. And thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing the videos, and thank you for the new subscribers. And I'm just saying thank you. So on to the content. When it comes to men and respect in the context of a relationship, this is a really big topic, and there's really so much ground to cover. So this is not something that can be covered in a 10-minute video. So I'm most likely gonna do several videos just on this topic. I'm gonna call it my respect series. So I'm just gonna kind of lay the foundation in this video, and then we'll build on it from there. So respect, what does this even mean? What are we talking about? So let's look at women, for example. When it comes to women and relationships, we all know that women always say, I just want my man to love me. I just want him to show me that he loves me. And you know, that's understandable. So what does that look like for a woman? A woman can probably rattle off 10 things in a matter of seconds, the things that a man can do to demonstrate that he loves her. So this also applies to men, but replace the word love with respect. So a man can only feel love if he's respected. So the more ways you can find to show respect to your man, the more he will feel loved. So just remember, in the context of relationships, when it comes to men, respect equals love. If a man doesn't feel respected, he doesn't feel loved. So if you're not respecting your man, you're really not loving him. You might not see it that way as a woman, but from a man's perspective, if you don't respect me, you don't love me. To me, the cornerstone of respect in a relationship when it comes to men is controlling your emotions. It all starts with controlling your emotions. Now, this is not something that I have learned overnight. I've had to practice this for years and years and years, and I still haven't perfected it, but I'm way better than I used to be. Controlling your emotions is crucial when it comes to respect. Now, if you can't control your emotions as a woman, then you can never show respect, because you know, controlling your emotions demonstrates that you're grown up, that you are a true adult. You're not a kid anymore. You're not a child. You know, children can't control their emotions. That's why they're children. But as we get older and we become adults, and we learn how to regulate ourselves, we have to regulate our emotions. We can't just be going off and just shooting off at the mouth and just reacting impulsively. We have to learn how to control our emotions. So to me, as a woman in a relationship, if you can't control your emotions, then you're never going to have successful relationships. So this is the first thing I think women have to work on for the most part when they find themselves like not having successful relationships. If you could work on this one thing, controlling your emotions, then you're going to be miles ahead of most other women. And this kind of feeds into the topic of respect, which we'll get into later, but this is kind of like the foundation. And I'm going to say something that might be a little bit controversial, but to me, respect when it comes to men extends to all men. Now, of course, my man or my husband gets the utmost. He comes first. He is the ultimate when it comes to respect. He gets my most respect. But to me, respect for men extends to the general population. Now, people may say, oh, this is crazy. But to me, as women in this society, when we get in trouble or we're in a compromising situation or we need help with something, what's the first thing we do? We call on a man. We look at a man. If we're stranded on the side of the street, what do we think? Oh, a man should stop and help me, right? We look to them to kind of protect us and look out for us, even if they're not our man. So to me, and then, men are the ones that do the hard jobs, the tough jobs. They're the ones that dig in the ditches and doing the real hard, difficult work, the working in the hot sun, going down in the mines. You get the idea. They're doing the really, really hard work that us women don't want to do. So to me, just in the general population, as it extends to all men in society, I think they all deserve our respect from women. Women may say this is crazy. They may say, oh, you're talking craziness, but this is just my view. I have a certain level of respect for all men in society because I know that at the end of the day, we're going to call on them when we need help. And for example, when something happens, what do? We call 911. Or if there's a fire, we call the fire department. Do you think we're looking for a woman to show up? No, we're looking for a big strapping man to come and help us. So to me, that in a general sense deserves a certain level of respect. Of course, my man comes first, but just as a general rule, I have a certain level of respect for all men. So if you're a lady that's kind of struggling with relationships and somehow they seem to slip through your fingers, you can't really pinpoint what's going on, you can't really figure out what's wrong, I would say start here. Start with respect. Respect is what really respect is what makes men tick. It really makes them tick, and it makes them feel loved. And if you have no idea where to start, you don't know what to do, you need some ideas, just stay tuned. In my next video, I'm going to start peeling back the layers of this when it comes to respect and talking more in depth about it. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.